Okay? So, my top 5 in a nutshell, okay? One thing I don't think that men think about often is how much stress affects your sexual health, how much stress affects your actual testosterone. And so oftentimes I target diet, and we are going to talk about diet. But at the same time, I want to talk about stress because in particular, when you are stressing out, your body is producing a lot more cortisol. Okay, and when your body is producing a lot more cortisol, what happens is the cortisol causes your testosterone to decrease. Okay, so you men have to find healthier ways of dealing with your stress. Is very important. Oftentimes men don't realize that they need to also pamper themselves, have a regime where they are de-stressing. Sex cannot be your only way to de-stress. Okay, you have to take some time out. You have to meditate. For one, if you have a meditation schedule where you are meditating before you go, or when you wake up and meditating before you go to bed, doing this alone will greatly reduce your body's stress levels. Okay, doing yoga, incorporating yoga. These are all practices. So when something that's really stressful comes along, you will deal with it in a healthier way because you have healthy spiritual practices that help you to manage your stress. Writing is also a great method of dealing with stress. Okay, even though these sometimes may seem like feminine things, right? These things will help you, trust me, in the long run. That cortisol chops your testosterone like a cherry tree. Okay? In addition to that, getting pampered, going out and getting a massage. There's nothing wrong with it. Spending a day at the spa. These are things that are actually going to preserve your masculinity. Okay? Now, y'all know I got to talk about it because it's not spoken about enough. You have to eat a better diet. There is absolutely no way of getting around eating good. I promise you. Okay, when a man is consuming animal flesh, he's consuming female hormones. Like, this is clearly the antithesis to, testosterone. Granted, certain meats do help to increase the testosterone, but largely these animals are being injected with extra estrogen so that the animals grow rapidly. So if these animals are being injected with extra estrogen, then that means you're being injected with extra estrogen. Okay, we are dealing with a situation where a lot of men are feeling like they are not in the right bodies. They are not feeling masculine. It's almost like masculinity is becoming a rarity, and it's partially because of our hormonal imbalances that we're dealing with. Women are dealing with extra estrogen, which is causing them to actually create more testosterone in their bodies, and you men are dealing with extra estrogen, which is just causing you to have extra estrogen in your bodies. Okay, if you have belly fat, chances are you have extra estrogen hiding in your belly fat. If you can pick your belly up as a man, you have too much estrogen. If you can grab your own breast as a man, you have too much estrogen in your body. Okay, that's why you would develop breasts, because of the estrogen. It's literally turning your body into a woman's body chemically. Okay, so definitely cutting out, at least at the very least, cutting down on the meat. If you eat meat 3 times a day, try doing it 1 time a day. That's a start, opposed to saying, I'm just never going to eat meat again tomorrow. You know what I mean? You got to start somewhere. So instead of having it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, say, okay, I'm just going to have meat for lunch, so that it'll help to digest by the time dinner comes around. And when you have a dinner, make sure you have a big salad. Include avocados, hemp seeds, cucumbers, some hot peppers, some jalapenos, habaneros, ghost peppers, some of these things, because what's going to happen is the extra fiber is going to help to sweep out excess female hormones, okay? Men need a lot of fiber. You want to wake up, you want to have a nice, rich green smoothie with kale and spinach and with, apples and bananas. These types of things are going to help you to start your day off right. First of all, giving you a little bit of a flush, because when you're sleeping, you're fasting, right? And so the body needs a little bit of assistance in eliminating that excess waste that it accumulated while you're resting, okay? So the excess fiber is going to really help to sweep out that extra estrogen, okay? You also want to include like olive oil, coconut oil. Even if you just take like a spoon of these oils throughout the day, they're going to help to balance your hormones. You can also add it to that salad that I mentioned you eating for dinner. And it's going to help you to balance your hormones naturally. So fiber and good healthy fats. Fiber and good healthy fats are two best friends to the male body. Okay? You also want to reduce your alcohol intake, fellas. Alcohol, and also I'm going to mention it, marijuana. You're going to want to reduce these things because, for one, when it comes to alcohol is loaded up with sugar. Alcohol literally converts to sugar in the system. It's a grain, and it just converts to sugar. And sugar is one of the enemies to testosterone. And you need testosterone and proper blood circulation in order to have a healthy erection. Okay, so cutting out that alcohol, cutting down. If you drink every night, you have a problem. Enter into rehab. If you drink every single weekend, try to just do it more so when you're having a celebration. Don't drink too much. Drinking too much, especially as you get older, is going to kill your testosterone. Absolutely kill your testosterone. Marijuana, the issue with marijuana is that marijuana is the flower of the plant, so it has a lot of phytoestrogens in it, and so you definitely want to limit your use of marijuana. Smoking anything is horrible for everybody because you're taking all the carcinogens. So if you are relying or you like to incorporate marijuana, use like the tinctures. That is just the extraction of THC. Trust me, it's a lot better than getting all that smoke and ruining your pulmonary system, ruining your lungs. But even still, you don't want to use it so often. Try to use it more like when you're being creative, or if you're having a party or some sort of a ceremony. Don't overuse anything, especially a substance, because that leads over to addiction. And marijuana, if you consume too much of phytoestrogens, it will begin to decrease your testosterone production. Okay, I know that's a tough one for you fellas, because a lot of us have addictions to things that we're not even aware of. It's like, oh, well, I just smoke just because. You don't realize that you're actually an addict, okay? In addition to that, I wanted to talk to you about semen retention. A lot of you brothers are ejaculating way too much without properly replenishing your semen and without properly replenishing your body overall. And so you're wondering why, as you get older, your ejaculation is becoming less and less. And it's because you're wasting it so much. So your sperm count is literally being depleted, especially if you have a poor diet. A rich diet, rich in colorful fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, herbs, and spices, is going to ensure that whatever you ejaculate out is being replenished into your body. Okay, so having a colorful diet is absolutely key, but also practicing techniques such as ejaculation, where you are bringing your semen back up to your brain and not always releasing it out. Definitely research and look up ejaculation. Ejaculation is the process of bringing your semen back up through your cerebral spine, okay? And lastly, this sounds like simple enough, but the truth is not enough if you get it, okay? Brothers, you have to get some good sleep. You have to get some good sleep. When you do not sleep well, it affects your testosterone production. It affects your hormonal system overall. Yet, in particular, it affects your testosterone production. Okay? You have to get some good sleep. At least do at least get 6-7 hours. But in particular, you really want to sleep between the hours of 8 o'clock and 12 o'clock p.m. Dear friend of mine and one of my teachers, Soleil, was saying how when you rest in these hours, it's equivalent to sleeping 2 times the amount if you're sleeping like 12 to, 7. Do you see what I'm saying? So getting that good rest in on time, early, is going, like when you go to sleep early, like say you go to sleep at like 8 o'clock. Naturally, you want to get up at like 3 o'clock and you have all this extra energy. And that's because your body was able to really, really rejuvenate. Ideally, we want to get to sleep with the sun, right? Because those are the hours where your body is really able to produce that melatonin. That melanin is really going to help to regenerate the body. Okay, you use so much of your testosterone all day, thinking critically and lifting all this heavy stuff, and your body is like, okay, I need to regenerate. I need to replenish. I know I always give you guys a lot of tips, but these are some easy tips that you can begin to incorporate. Like I said, cut out that meat. At least cut it down to 1 meal a day. Definitely incorporate more fiber-rich foods, more healthy fats. I mentioned incorporating a stress release technique. I mentioned cutting down on the alcohol and the marijuana. And I mentioned getting a good night's rest, okay? Trust me, do something. Start incorporating some of this tomorrow. You're going to notice a major difference in your masculinity. You're going to just wake up and like, ooh, I'm a man. Lastly, of course, I also have created an herbal formula. Shout out to all my brothers out there on King Power and Potent Phallus. Who has tried Potent Phallus? How are y'all brothers liking the Potent Phallus? I know there's a lot of fans of the King Power Elixir, and that's wonderful, but Potent Phallus is definitely making its way up to one of our top selling products as well at all my selling services. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the Herb Alchemist. I'm an herbalist and a wellness coach. 2-in-1, hey. And I've been this way for the past decade. I come from a long line of healers from New Orleans and Trinidad and Tobago. And so I'm just that which my ancestors were for our people today, okay? And so King Power, I don't have one here, but this is Goddess Life Elixir. It's for female reproductive health and sexual health, yes. But King Power comes in a bottle just like this. It's a 4-ounce liquid herbal elixir. In fact, I have the link for King Power right here. 1 second, guys. So King Power is amazing because what it does is it naturally helps to increase your blood circulation to your reproductive system, which is going to help you to increase your libido, increase your stamina. King Power also helps to regenerate your semen, which is amazing. So it literally helps to give your body back that which you lose when you release. Men don't realize that their over ejaculation is also putting them in a grave a lot earlier. It's almost equivalent, like say a doctor hooked your arm up to an IV and just was constantly draining out your blood or constantly draining out the nutrients in your body. That's what you're doing when you ejaculate. You're taking a lot of nutrients out your body. So King Power is excellent because it literally helps to replenish those lost nutrients. And so a lot of men notice that when they are taking King Power, when they ejaculate, it's a lot more bountiful. You have a lot more ejaculate, and that's just because you have the nutrients that your body needs to produce semen. Okay? King Power also just gives you a ton of energy. It naturally helps to balance your hormones. Okay, what else? Oh, it's not on the bottle. Good for your kidneys, good for your bladder. Just good for your sexual health overall. You'll definitely last a lot longer. You definitely have more stamina. Overall, more erection strength. Your erection will be a lot harder and stronger. A lot of you deal with an erection that isn't at its full strength or full length because your blood is not flowing to the capacity that it is. So when you're taking King Power, your blood is flowing at its maximum capacity. I've had a lot of brothers like, does King Power help to grow the penis? No, it's not that it helps to grow the penis. It's that it helps to improve the blood flow circulation to the penis, which naturally allows it to reach its capacity. Okay? Please drop the full name and online links for the King Power. I just pinned the comment, beloved. It's also in the description of the video, but I'll comment right to your direct comment. Has any of you tried King Power that are on this page right now? How have you been liking it? What are your results? It's also great for your prostate. If you're dealing with an enlarged prostate, you're going to the bathroom a lot during the night, we've posted testimonials about how King Power have lowered brothers' PSA levels, you know. So wonderful for your prostate. And then Potent Phallus, I gotta grab the link to Potent Phallus. Also really amazing for your erection strength, for your stamina. It'll help you to build more muscle mass. It's great for your libido, overall sexual health, help you to keep your hair nice and strong and healthy. Potent Phallus and King Power are like the ultimate duo for male sexual health. And you can find that on the Pisces CMOS Plus product page in our online store at amashs.com. AMMASHS.com. Okay, but we have a ton of products for you fellas, and if you have a lady in your life and you're getting King Power, you might just want to get her some Goddess Life. Okay, Goddess Life helps to increase female libido, all right? So you want it and she wants it too. It also helps to increase the vaginal sensitivity, vaginal lubrication. It naturally tones the vaginal wall, so it creates more friction, makes it a little, what we'd consider tighter. You know, just really working those muscles helps to clear out vaginal bacteria and odors and things of that nature. Just really cleans out the female reproductive system. I've had women who have like cysts and fibroids who've used this product, also heavy menstrual flow, cramps, things like that. So it's just a great thing to get your woman. We do have a Royal Love bundle that features 3 bottles of King Power and 3 bottles of Goddess Life. So check that out. And we have a whole King Power kit, okay? Like, I really sat and thought about brothers. Like, I've made a lot of products that are great for both men and women, and I put together a whole King Power kit that has 2 bottles of King Power, a bottle of Divine Intelligence, which is mental for your mental endurance, memory, focus, concentration, you know, cleans your pineal gland and pituitary gland, clears your thoughts, you know, clears your negative thoughts, and almost organize your mind's file so you just think more clearly with Divine Intelligence. Ills Be Gone is in that package, blood cleanser, immune system fortifier, Divine Tranquility is in that package, which helps your nerves, helps you to improve your sleep, which again is great for your testosterone. And also Super Haru multivitamins in there, which is great for your liver, kidneys, heart, lungs, you know, all that. We have our organic hair food in that kit, and you get your Supreme or your Sweet Cocoa Vanilla Anti-Aging Body Butter and Crystallized Eye Drops. So if you men are looking for a complete package, definitely check out our King Power kit. If you want to detox and you lose some weight, definitely check out our Royal Flush kit. We just have so many products for you. Okay, so definitely head over to amashs.com, AMMASHS.com, and spread the word. We've been open for 10 years. Well, next year will make 10 years, next September. But I've been rounding. I've been a medicine woman since I was 16, though, and I'm 30 now, so... Anyways, love you guys. Definitely incorporate those tips, though. Definitely get your King Power, get your Potent Phallus. And you know what? Let's reclaim your health, because I'm personally tired of hearing that brothers are dealing with prostate cancer at such an alarming rate. Brothers are dealing with erectile dysfunction at such an alarming rate. Really, it's time for y'all to take care of yourselves. Let 2020 be your best year yet. And if I can help in any way, I got your back, okay? Share this video and subscribe to my page if you like this type of information. Also, if you have high blood pressure, I have a high blood pressure reducer formula. I'm going to post a link. If you have any questions, feel free to inbox me. Have a wonderful day. Peace, guys.